You're listening to Women Empowerment Wednesday. I am your host, Coach Latoya. You can reach me on my website at www.coachingbyLatoya.com. Also on Facebook, Coaching by Latoya, and on Instagram at Life Coach Latoya. So if anything resonates with you, or you just want to send a message and you want to say, hey, I like the episode, or you have an idea of an episode that you want me to talk about, definitely send me a message. Be glad to hear from you. All right, let's get into today's show. Do you remember a time back when, and I'm about to date myself, when you had to go to church and you had your Sunday clothes, or you had your Sunday shoes? You couldn't wear them during the week unless you're going to a wedding or a funeral. And even if you didn't go to church every Sunday, you had that outfit for Easter or for Mother's Day, those certain holidays where you would go get dressed up and go to church. Then you could wear that same outfit for dress-up day at school, which I don't even think they have anymore. Well, those same principles will cross over into business. So when it's time for you to start your business or even start at a new job, everything from the interview to how you present yourself, how you go to work every day, you are making an impression to those in the outward, how you take care of yourself inwardly. And it seems to me that that art has been lost. And I don't know what happened. When did that change? Now understand, as a consumer, wherever I go, I'm paying attention. Is this establishment clean? Are the staff have clean nails? Especially if they're dealing with my food. Do you smell? Like, am I smelling body odor? Or all of these things factor into how your establishment should be ran and how many customers you're going to get. Are you going to get repeat clients, or are they going to do a Yelp review or a Google review to say, ooh, don't go here? The people don't take care of themselves. The place is dirty. Like, all of these things matter. So if you're a new company, let's say you're a cleaning company, and you're like, well, why do I need to get dressed up? I'm going to clean. Well, do all your employees have a uniform? That's the purpose of a uniform. It should be, no, you're not wearing a suit and tie or a formal dress, but you have that relaxed t-shirt, but it's under one company, so that I can say, anyone coming into my home, oh, you work for this company. And that represents cleanliness, because if your shirts, let's say, are black, I'm expecting to see black shirts, not gray stains all over them. All of these things make a big impact on how far up the chain your life can go. So, for instance, if there are two people bidding for a contract, and I interview this contract, I'm going to pay attention to the cohesiveness of the company. Are you just someone new, and you're new to the point whereas you and your staff are not on the same page? I can't tell your staff from someone from off the street. I can't tell if there's a mission statement, but there's another company bidding for the same contract, and all of these T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, their team has a uniform, They know the mission statement in the sense of they know what they're there to do. And even though this is a new company, they're taking pride in the work that they do. They showed up to the appointment with a suit on or a relaxed casual wear, but not some jeans and sneakers. They took the time to be focused and intentional about what they mean, and they presented themselves in a fashion that's respectable. I don't know what happened. Why is that not a focus? Don't get me wrong. There's days when I have to go somewhere and I really don't want to. And I can remember the days when I was little and getting dressed up to go to church. And I had to make sure my shoes was, I wore these Mary Jane shoes. And I had to make sure they were shined and they were neat and they were clean. And I had to make sure I had my slip. They don't wear those anymore either, but I digress. That wore under my dress, and I couldn't stand wearing a dress because that meant I couldn't play with all my cousins because girls in dresses don't play outside. You have to be a lady. But these are the things. I can't wait till I get grown. I'm wearing pants all the time. And yes, I do. But anyway, I'm just saying all of these restrictions were also just getting you prepared to put in a mindset of taking care of yourself, discipline, being focused and intentional with your outfit, your uniform. Because think about it, when you see a judge, the judge has a robe, you can identify immediately. When you see a doctor, they're wearing a white coat, or a scientist who also wears a lab coat, you identify immediately their profession. So if you're just showing up outside with jeans and a tank top, what are you here for? You're in the wrong place. You can't get mad if someone dismisses you because you haven't showed up in the proper attire. So all I'm saying is there's a way to get everything done that you want, but show up to impress your competition, impress the contract holder so that you can get the bid. And something as simple as the way you are dressed greatly influence it. I got one more story for you. I was listening to someone, I forgot who it was, but they had mentioned that they went to the bathroom. There's this guy, he was in the bathroom and he was washing his hands, and when he looked, it was a guy who came out of the stall and went right out of the bathroom. And the guy washing his hands was like, man, I mean, why don't people wash their hands? It's just rude. It's just disgusting. And when he went outside, he was just looking at him like he's not even dressed right. He's just a mess. And he goes outside and he sees that this guy is getting in the big rig. That's his big rig that he purchased. But he's the owner of the company of all these rigs. And he looks at him. He said, oh, wait a minute. What are you doing? He said, I'm about to go to work. He said, not in my truck. No, you're not. He said, what are you talking about? He said, that's my truck. I own this company. You didn't wash your hands. So if you're not going to wash your hands coming out the bathroom, you're dressed sloppily, that means you're not going to take care of my truck. Get out. You're fired. Now, yes, I went off the cusp a little bit and was talking about cleanliness, but seriously, all of this matters. You never know who's watching you. You need to dress to impress because you never know if your boss is watching. You don't know if a potential boss is watching. Someone may see you and say, I like the way you carry yourself. Can you come work for me? You have no idea. So at the very least, do your best every day. If you're a new company, does your staff have a uniform? Do you have a uniform? What does it look like? Can it be achieved? Can you make it if you can't afford to buy it? Can you have someone help you put it together? Can you get it made at the simplest place? I worked at one company I worked at a retail store years ago, and the restaurant sent all their employees to their store to get the same black pants. Simple as that. And it was affordable. It wasn't even that expensive. The black pants were like $19.99. But he wanted everyone to look uniform. and he was still a new company with a new restaurant. So it makes a difference. So all I'm saying is pay attention to those details. You never know how much of an impact those little details can make. So enjoy the process. Have fun with your uniform. Pick the colors and everything. And in the meantime, you can do this. You got this. I believe in you. Well, that will conclude today's episode on Women Empowerment Wednesdays. Don't forget, you can reach me at my website, www.coachingbyLatoya.com, on Facebook, Coaching by Latoya, and on Instagram at Life Coach Latoya. See you next Wednesday.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.